recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
The Superstars of Wrestling comes to you this week from the Dane County Expo Center in the state capital of Madison, Wisconsin. Located in the most fertile dairy area in the United States, Madison produces many of the world's finest cheeses. Welcome, everyone, once again to the Superstars of Wrestling at ringside. This is Vince McMahon with Bruno Sammartino and Jesse Blaine the Body Ventura.
That's right. I just got back from Cambodia looking for some MIAs, so I haven't had a chance to listen to the entire new wrestling album.
Pile Driver?
Pile Driver, but my favorite is Crank It Up by Jimmy Hart.
Crank It Up by Jimmy Hart?
Oh, yeah.
Then you haven't heard Pile Driver from Coco Beware, and obviously you haven't heard Stand Back. Here we go. This week on the Superstars of Wrestling, scheduled to join us will be Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff with his new manager, Oliver Humperdinck. Also to join us, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Yes, he is in the presence of the world's men's hairstyling champion, Salvatore Fedora. Also, well, Bobby the Brain Heenan with three of his henchmen in the Heenan family in a six-man matchup. And, of course, also to join us, as was promised last week, the Junkyard Dog. Yes, sir. And in from there, the new tag team combination seeing action here this week. It's Santana and Martel, better known as Strike Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for one fall. In the ring from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing 282 pounds, a man who claims to be Canada's greatest athlete, Iron Mike Sharp. His opponent, accompanied towards ringside by his new manager, Oliver Humperdinck, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, gets quite an ovation here from this capacity crowd. Paul Orndorff just last week fired Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Well, to me, Paul Orndorff's a mixed-up man. He don't know where he's going. I mean, he's fired Heenan twice now. Two times he's fired Bobby Heenan, and Mike Sharp's going after him to teach him a lesson, I think.
Iron Mike Sharp duking it out with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Earlier on, we had an occasion to chat with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Rick Rude. I should say ravishing Rick Rude. Here's Bobby the Brain Heenan and Mr. Rude.
I want to tell you one thing, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Who do you think you are firing me? You've embarrassed me for the last time. And every member of my family's going to get even with you. I know you're jealous of this man. He's got the best physique in professional sports today. We're going to get you, Orndorff. You can bank on it.
Bobby the Brain Heenan in his commentary as Iron Mike now makes his way back into the ring. Yes, Heenan was humiliated last week. I must say, I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
I'm sure you would. I question Mr. Wonderful because who knows the credentials of this Oliver Humperdinck? I mean, Heenan's a proven commodity.
Heenan's a proven commodity?
That's right.
You heard what Orndorff says. He was very unhappy with Heenan, extremely unhappy. He didn't want to be unhappy anymore.
Orndorff's a totally confused man. He don't know what he wants.
Oh, but you certainly do, don't you, Joe?
That's right.
Poughkeepsie, New York means the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, and when the World Wrestling Federation comes to Poughkeepsie, great action is not that far behind. On the date of Tuesday, September 8th, you will see on the card Outlaw Ron Bass, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and the Junkyard Dog. Just some of the great stars headed to the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, Poughkeepsie, New York, Tuesday night, September the 8th.
Well, I'll tell you, Orndorff's trying to prove something.
Put on the rope, Mr. Paul. Oh, my goodness, not anymore. Not anymore. Humperdinck looking on.
You know, I'll say one thing about Humperdinck. He sure ain't going to win no beauty contest.
I'll grant you that. Yes.
I mean, I definitely don't think he's in Playgirl's top 10 for best-looking men.
No, but I don't know why Bruno didn't make it.
I do look.
I was wrong.
That's a good one, McMahon. I like that one.
Iron Mike in control of things at the moment. Orndorff being set up by Iron Mike to the ropes. Oh, yes, downstairs goes Iron Mike.
Well, Iron Mike Sharp's a tough competitor. You're not going to get no easy win over this guy. As Wonderful's finding out right now. Maybe he's wishing he had Heenan back right now.
I doubt that. Nice reversal. Off the rope now. Nice clothesline by Orndorff. Yes, we may see the pile driver. Paul Orndorff cinches up. Mike trying to kick out. Now has him up and...
Well, Sharp did everything he could to block that pile driver, but he couldn't get away with it. He tried to sit down on it, but Mr. Wonderful was a little too powerful and got him up.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Here is your winner, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Look at that ugly little Joe Humperdinck.
Let's take a look at that pile driver dished out by Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Mike Sharp really fought it, but there's no way he couldn't do it. And boy, I'll tell you, when Orndorff hit him with it, that's it. Look at Mike Sharp. He's out.
Let's take you now, ladies and gentlemen, to, I believe, 54th Street and 6th Avenue in New York City.
Oh, that's a nice place.
From the pages of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, here's Update with Craig DeGeorge.
Hello, everyone. It seems that Brutus Beefcake has become as popular a barber as he is a wrestler. And yes, while we all admire his work, let's make this issue a bit more personal. Would you let Beefcake style your hair? Well, admittedly, Brutus, who is improving, isn't the most experienced stylist around. After all, it takes time to perfect the craft. But he is working at it. In fact, did you know he's decided to get some coaching recently? And what a coach! Salvatore Fedora, the world champion hairstylist from the Warwick Hotel in Manhattan. Recognized worldwide as the man who invents the future of styling, Sal has established himself as an excellent teacher and is in such demand that he's recently released a series of instructional videotapes. So we take you now to Manhattan, the Fedora Styling Studio, where Beefcake is learning his craft.
How are you? How you doing?
It's a pleasure. World champion, can you believe it? It's a pleasure to be here. You know, I'm really excited about getting in there and learning how to...
Getting those lessons. Remember one thing now. Nobody as a fella is a student. So I want you to make a world champion just like me. You ready to go to work now?
Let's get to work, Sal.
Let's get to work now. Let's go. Come on. Okay. And then we are in the drawing board. Okay? To become a world champion like me, it's important that you learn the steps. You first will draw is the head shape. You put the hair all the way straight up into 90-degree angle, okay? This is the crown, and now we move to the occipital bone area. Once you have achieved that, we'll cut with the shears. Now remember, it is very, very important to do all this if you really want to learn how to cut hair. Now, you able to do this now? You will show me the next page.
When are we going to get to cut somebody's hair for real, man? I'm not too good at drawing these hairstyles, but I sure am good at cutting, though. I like to get those scissors on some real hair.
Now you watch carefully, because you're going to do this next. And then from the back all the way down. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I think I
Get
got
your
it.
scissors and comb and do it. Wait. Where'd you get the scissors? No, not that way. Magnify. Not this way. You're going to kill it. No, not that way. Not that way. Let me show you one more time. This is not a wrestling match. You do not wrestle the hair. You cut the hair gentle. It's a styling here. How you coming along, Brutus, with your style?
Almost finished.
Well, you're doing those colors great.
How do you like it, Sal?
Oh, I think it's great. Who are you going to give your next hairstyle?
I think I'm ready for my next victim. I mean, opponent.
Wow, I'd like to present you with a beautiful diploma, which means that you graduated from the world-renowned Fodera hairstyling school, and also a video to remember yourself about the technique that you learned and the 90-degree angle. Remember, Brutus, this diploma will allow you to cut hair anywhere in the world, but only in the wrestling ring.
Bobby Ventura vacated his broadcasting position. We understand he's back in the dressing room area for a special interview with whom we do not know. Take it, Jesse.
The battle for Bam Bam's winding down, and Bobby the Brain Heenan, have I got news for you.
Ooh, lay it on me.
I got news for you.
Come on.
You ain't getting him.
I ain't getting him.
You're out of there.
No
You
Bam
got
Bam?
No Bam Bam.
Wait a minute. Last week, Paul Orndorff pulled this stuff on me. Now you're telling me no Bam Bam? No, it's Slick behind us. Who's behind us? I want to know right now, Jesse. You can tell me.
There's
you gotta
no
tell me.
Bam Bam,
You
Bobby.
gotta tell
You're
me,
out of
Jesse.
there. You're out
He
of
told
there.
me. He wanted to be in the
Oh, let's go up to ringside. All kind of happenings going on this week.
The following is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to my left at a total combined weight of 817 pounds. First, here is Pete Sanchez. His partner, Rick Kentner. And their partner, Frankie DeFalco. Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 808 pounds, introducing King Harley Race. His partner, Hercules, and their partner, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yes, Hercules, along with newcomer Ravishing Rick Rude, along with the King Harley Race. Bobby the Brain Heenan nowhere to be found. Bruno, don't you know he's upset over the fact that he did not win the services of...
Well, you know, he's had some really bad days. First of all, he gets the news that he loses Bam Bam. Then, of course, he was fired by Orndorff.
Last week,
so
yes.
you know the state of mind that Heenan must be in right now.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Right.
But I guess that leads us to Slick, who apparently now will manage the hottest property in the World Wrestling Federation.
I'd like to have all the nothing happening men in here keep down the noise while I take my robe off so your ladies can enjoy my simply ravishing body. What a modest guy.
Yeah, he's modest, all right. He does have a tremendous physique, but comparing his to Paul Orndorff's, well, I think Rude has better abdominals. But I'm not too sure on the rest of it. Wait a minute. Jesse!
Oh,
Jesse!
I got here too late. I missed Ravishing Rick Rude taking his robe off.
Yes, but we certainly did not miss the look on the face of Bobby the Brain Heenan. These last 2 weeks have been, well, a little surprising for Bobby the Brain.
Well, they haven't been the best 2 weeks of the Brain's life. I'll have to admit that. First, he gets fired by that idiot Orndorff, and now he loses Bam Bam. Hasn't been a good 2 weeks for Bobby the Brain.
No, it has not, but at least this week certainly is a great week, apparently, for the Slickster, who now will no doubt manage the one, well, not only the one-man gang, he'll be managing as well Bam Bam Bigelow.
Well, it appears that way, but I'll tell you, Bobby Heenan does not have to hang his head at all. Here comes Bobby walking to ringside right now with these 3 guys he's got in there right now, Ravishing Rick Rude, Hercules, and the King. You know, I don't think Bobby needs to hang his head.
No?
In fact, I think he got rid of some unwanted garbage in Orndorff.
I don't think so at all. I don't know that Heenan's going to recover. Pacing about.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, look at Ravishing Rick Rude. Better looking face than Orndorff. Definite more ripped. Better cuts, better looking body, in my opinion. And I know about bodybuilding. You know who my best friend is. Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Yeah. If it weren't for me, he wouldn't get a movie.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Look at Ravishing Rick Rude. Whoa, strength to go along with it. Yeah.
Ring the bell.
What a quick submission.
That was impressive. That was very impressive.
Look at the body on Rude. I mean, he is ripped. He could go into Mr. Olympia right now.
The King, Harley Race, Hercules Hernandez. The winners of this six-man matchup, the team of Hercules, King Harley Race, and Ravishing Rick Rude. All right, let's go back to the replay, Bruno.
Look at this, show some strength on Rick Rude. You know, this Sanchez weighs about 280 pounds. And look at the greatest of these. I took him out for that backbreaker, and there's the submission.
Man, I'll tell you, that was impressive. There's a Heenan family, at least 3 of them.
All right, we're going to be back over the Meadowlands Arena Friday night, September the 11th, 8 o'clock start. Get your tickets in advance. Hart Foundation, tag team champions to defend against the new dream team of Greg the Hammer Palatino Bravo. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase also assigned duty against Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Come on in, Oliver Humperdinck. Paul Orndorff fired Bobby Heenan, hired you to be his manager. Now, isn't it ironic that Mr. Wonderful is going to be going against Heenan family member King Kong Bundy in the Meadowlands September the 11th?
I particularly love it because everything that goes around in life comes back to you one way or another. And at the Meadowlands, the greatest wrestling arena in the whole entire world, we're coming there with one thing in mind. When I put Mr. Wonderful into the ring with that big over-bloated King Kong Bundy, and Heenan starts to pull his hair out at ringside there, I'm going to have a great big laugh. I'm going to love every minute of it. Because, Heenan, it's my goal in life to make you miserable, and I've done it so far that I've been here in the WWF. And I'm going to continue doing it until I drive you completely out of the WWF, and it's all coming to the Meadowlands when I stick Mr. Wonderful, the new and
all right.
The new Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
But just think of it this way. You don't think for 1 minute that the New York Giants are a bunch of nice guys out there, do you? Do you think Lawrence Taylor, the greatest linebacker in football today, is a nice guy? Well, think of me as a Lawrence Taylor in the WWF. I'm not a very nice guy, and the people in the Meadowlands ain't like that kind of stuff. I don't mind picking up chairs. I don't mind picking up an old this and all that. I don't mind picking up a cane from a little old lady. I'll do whatever I have to do to win a match. And King Kong Bundy, you're going down. Bobby Heenan, you think about the past.
All right, he is hitting the most in Bundy in the Meadowlands Friday night, September the 11th.
Well, now, apparently, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, the Honky Tonk Man, has very little regard for former champions. Here's what the Honky Tonk Man had to say about former champions.
You're looking at the greatest intercontinental heavyweight champion of all time. When you look back at the former champion, you think about Ricky Steamboat, he was nothing. You think about Tito Santana, forget about him. You think about the Macho Man. I'm the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man.
You wonder just how long the Honky Tonk Man will reign as Intercontinental Champion.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. In the ring to my right from Tampa, Florida, weighing 241 pounds, Terry Gibbs. And his opponent from North Carolina, weighing 282 pounds, the Junkyard Dog.
Yes, indeed, the Junkyard Dog. The dog is something else. That's a big bear, I'll tell
me something. You know, I haven't heard all the songs on the new wrestling album. Yeah, Pile Driver. Did the JYD do another one?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I'm told the Junkyard Dog is... What do you mean?
Oh, you mean I have to listen to something worse than Grab Them Cakes?
I'm told the dog took part in the tune If You Only Knew.
Only knew what?
What I'm going to do to you. You haven't heard that yet.
I'll tell you, he's the most unmusical musician I've ever heard.
Gibbs comes in the hard way. Have you heard Demolition?
No, I haven't yet.
Derringer Wales on that one. What about Stand Back? It has to be one of your favorites.
Who does that one now? I'm getting confused.
Vince McMahon.
no.
Earlier on, we had an occasion to chit-chat with former referee, now banned for life from that position, Jesse Recover. Here's Danny Davis.
Junkyard dog, carrying a chain to the ring and getting away with it. Using it on people. Getting away with using it on people. Well, if I was still refereeing, I'd take that chain and I'd wrap it around his neck. And I'd show him how it feels.
The dog takes him high over, drops the head right on him.
The Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey on Friday night, September 11th is going to have a tremendous World Wrestling Federation spectacular when the Hart Foundation defend the tag team belts against the Dream Team, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Dino Bravo. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase makes his area debut, taking on Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And the bombshell of all bombshells, King Kong Bundy, now squaring off one-on-one against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Friday night, September 11th at the Meadowlands Arena.
No, the dog doesn't think he's an easy one anytime, I don't think. Oh, there's a kick out with authority. This week, the dog.
He caught him.
Terry Gibbs
He's
caught
going
him
for the
top
big
rope.
ride.
You get it. Here we go for the ride. 1, 2, and yes, sir. For Junkyard Dog. The dog with that big power slam from the top rope as we'll go back and take another look at it. Big black bear, man, he's something else.
Jack Gibbs made a mistake. He went over that top rope to deliver a mighty blow to Junkyard Dog, but instead, watch, he gets caught by the Junkyard from that position. Here we go, and look at this. Here comes this big power slam from the top rope, and I'll tell you, his power slams are always devastating, but from the top rope, even more so.
All right, let's catch up now on some news about the World Wrestling Federation.
All right, World Wrestling Federation action bounces back into the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden, Midtown, Monday night, September the 21st, 7:30 p.m. start. Great card. Honky Tonk Man, Intercontinental Champion to meet Jake the Snake Roberts, but no title on the line this time for those two. Strike Force, brand new Rick Martel, Tito Santana on the card, and watch out, New York City. Here in the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden on September the 21st, a big Monday night. There's going to be some movement when you, Hulk Hogan, defend against the one-man gang.
Talking about movement, brother, the people that own Madison Square Garden are freaking out, Jack. Because they know this time the garden may tumble down when the Hulkster comes back and all those Stark-Raven Hulkamaniacs go crazy. But, you know, this is just another night, just another fight for me, man. New York City's my place, my town where Hulkamania lives and runs wild. But as far as the one-man gang goes, he's no different than that sloppy Andre the Giant or the rest of those #1 contenders, man. I beat up motorcycle gangs, chain gangs, and even our gang when I was a little Hulkster. What do you think the one-man gang's going to do about that?
I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to be getting some input from his manager, Hulk. You know who I'm talking about, the Doctor of Style, Slick.
Well, if the Slickster decides to jump up in my face in Madison Square Garden, I'll twist him up in a little teeny rod and use him as a toothpick and clean the one-man gang's fangs, brother. This is between you and me, gang. I'm gonna bust you up real bad, dude. Hulkamaniacs, the prayers, the trainings, the vitamins. Now it's time for the dirty work. What you gonna do when I run wild on you?
All right, heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, title defense, one-man gang to challenge here in New York, Madison Square Garden on the 21st, the big Monday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. About to enter the ring area is the manager, the Doctor of Style, Slick. And his tag team combination at a total combined weight of 733 pounds.
Wow.
From the Soviet Union, Nikolai Volkov. And from Chicago, Illinois, the one-man gang. Their opponents at a total combined weight of 442 pounds from Hershey, Pennsylvania, Arthur Washington.
his partner from Nashville, Tennessee, Jim Milliman. Milliman in Washington to square off against these enormous... Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked by the
here we go.
Style that you all rise.
Now we'll hear a singer
Mr. Volkov
talking about a good voice.
His singing of the Soviet national anthem.
This guy's close to Pavarotti.
He is, huh?
Oh, listen to the voice. You know what's great about Slick? Look at what he does for the world situation. He unites a Russian with a Chicagoan.
Yeah,
there should be more of that, you know?
That Slick is some humanitarian, isn't he?
He is, isn't he?
And can you imagine Slick now managing? In addition, look at the size of the gang. In addition to that, he's going to manage Bam Bam Bigelow.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you, when it comes to weight, I don't think anybody manages bigger people than Slickster.
A little confusion in the ring. What's going on, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Style, Mr. Volkov has agreed to not participate in this match and instead has agreed to have the one-man gang take both of these men on at the same time in a handicap match.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, you would be.
Now there, look, another humanitarian move on the part of Slick. I mean, this was obvious a mismatch if you take Volkov and the gang. So the humanitarian Slick he got Volkov to step aside.
You know, somehow I don't see it that way.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to. You're kind of uneducated anyway.
Here's a photograph, so we're told, of Bam Bam Bigelow with Slick, his new manager. Boy, Slick sure has a big smile on his face. And why not? Back to action here.
The pearly whites were showing on that one.
Madison Square Garden brings the World Wrestling Federation back to the Big Apple on Monday night, September the 21st. A grudge match coming up between the magnificent Morocco and the ace cowboy Bob Orton. Jake the Snake Roberts meets the Honky Tonk Man in a non-title affair. And then from there, the 450-pound one-man gang gets the opportunity to become the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. He goes one-on-one against Hulk Hogan, the main event, Monday night, September 21st in Madison Square Garden.
I think these two youngsters are the handicapped ones just to be in there being pummeled by this enormous, oh no. Oh no.
What's he gonna do in Washington now? Oh, right on. Gonna pin them both. I love it. Look at that. Look at him.
God, I can't believe that. What a massive humanity in the one-man gang. Here is the winner, the one-man gang.
You know, I personally think we should make Slick a foreign diplomat, maybe.
I don't think so, no. Nikolai Volkov.
Look at that. America and Russia holding hands right in front of you.
My goodness.
Maybe Reagan and Gorbachev ought to try that.
Let's go back to the replay.
Look at this. Serious. That's hard to watch. Right, look at this. Right top of Jim. My goodness. This one-man gang, he's tough.
He's a monster. Let's take you now to Craig George, I believe, along with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my guest. You know him as the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and his bodyguard, Virgil. Must say, Mr. DiBiase, very impressed with your debut a few weeks ago in the ring, but your actions outside the ring leave a lot to be desired. We see you kick youngsters out of the pool.
I didn't come out here to listen to you tell me what you think or what these people think. I was gracious enough to let the wrestling promotion of the World Wrestling Federation bring their cameras, follow me around, see the way I live, the way I spend my money, and if you don't like it, and all you people don't like it, I really don't care. Because the bottom line is this, you've all got a price, you can all be bought. the $1 Million Man can buy anybody or anything. And I'm going to prove it to you one more time right here tonight. I've got $100. No, I've got $200 for somebody. Now, wait a minute. I don't want everybody to rush the podium like a bunch of hogs going to slop. I'm going to come one person to come down here for $200. And look at him. Yeah. Everybody wants to come. Yeah, I haven't even told you what you got to do. This is Wisconsin State. They're famous for
America's Dairyland.
Dairyland, right? A lot of cheese. Well, I'll tell you what, Virgil, take your boot off. All you got to do for this $200 is come down here and kiss Virgil's foot. I'll bet you Virgil's got a lot of cheese between his toes. Now, who wants it? Go on. Oh, that's right. Hey, keep them back. Look at that. They're begging for it already. $200. I'll pick somebody out. Who wants it?
You can get anyone here.
Who wants it? Who wants $200? Huh? Yeah. All right. You. Right there. That's it. Let him up. That's it. Let him up here. Now don't shake my hand. Get up here on the podium. Get up here. That's right. Now get down on your knees. On your knees. $200, buddy. Down on your knees. Now kiss his foot. That's right. Kiss his foot for $200. Get some of that. That's right here. All right, John. Come on. Kiss the foot again. I want you to get some of that cheese down there. Kiss the foot. That's right. Now take the money and get out of here. You see there? He had his price, and I bought him pretty cheap. And every one of you is no different than him. You've all got a price for Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Another despicable act. Thank you, Mr. DiBiase. Thank you very much.
Scheduled for one fall. In the ring at a total combined weight of 519 pounds from Brooklyn, New York, Steve Lombardi. His partner from Korea, Tiger Chung Lee. And their opponents at a total combined weight of 478 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Tito Santana and Rick Martel, Strike Force.
All right. Yes, indeed. Martel and Santana.
Wait a minute. What is this name? Strike Force?
Yes.
Why don't they call it the Mexican Connection?
Yes.
Get it? Mexican, Canadian. I got to spill that out so Bruno can understand it. Get it, Bruno?
Yes,
Mexican,
Jesse.
Canadian. Strike Force.
Well, you got a sense of humor. Jesse, what? Your comments on what we saw earlier with Ted DiBiase having someone come down and why are you smiling? I asked you to comment.
Because I found it very enjoyable, and I'm beginning to believe that the $1 Million Man is right. I think everybody has their price. I think even Vince McMahon, if they raised the ante, would have probably kissed Virgil's foot, too.
You know what, Vince? DiBiase showed to me that he's a fool because $200 he gave somebody to kiss his foot. All he would have had to do, give an autographed photo of himself to Jesse Ventura, and he could have had his foot kissed.
Look at that maneuver, would you? Look at that maneuver. Earlier on, we spoke with Strike Force concerning their participation in the wrestling album Pile Driver. Here's what Strike Force had to say.
Yes, we're so happy, and we got all the reasons to be, because now not only can see Tito and I in action as the Strike Force, but now they can hear us with that fantastic Robbie Dupree on that new album, The Pile Driver.
What a fantastic vocal Robbie Dupree lays on us. Together, Strike Force and Robbie Dupree, baby.
Yes.
Strike Force!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm literally looking for. Have you heard that? Robbie Dupree and Strike Force?
No, I haven't.
They sing a tune called Girls in Cars.
Girls in Cars.
That's right.
That sounds real good.
Yeah. It is. It's a great tune. Tiger Chung Lee taking over. And Lee backing Santana to the buckle. Oh, wow. I'll tell you, people expect great things out of Santana and Martel. And I think they're going to get them. Now, Jesse, even you have to grant that at least on paper, Santana and Martel should be one of the premier tag teams.
Yeah, they definitely should be. They both got all the capabilities. They're fast, they're good, accomplished wrestlers, and they got a lot of desire.
Martel coming in on Big Tiger Chung-Lee.
But then again, one of them might quit.
I don't think so. Both former tag team champions in the past, Martel and Santana. It's Martel, and they're really going to town.
I just wonder how Martel's going to like Chico's cooking.
His cooking?
Yeah. That Tijuana specials that he makes.
Alec knee drop. Tiger Chung-Lee whipped into Santana. Collision. A cover. Yes, indeed. Here are all your winners. Strike Force. All right, Santana Martel victorious. And let's go back now to the replay.
I'll tell you, these guys were meant to be together. They were absolutely phenomenal. Look at this move now. Watch here as Santana flies to the ring, catches Chung-Lee with that elbow. Brother, that was unbelievable.
Wow. Strike Force. Let's take you now to Mean Gene and a word about World Wrestling Federation fundraising activities.
The World Wrestling Federation has helped hundreds of worthy charitable organizations raise money by co-promoting events in their local areas. If your organization would like further information, please address your inquiry to World Wrestling Federation Fundraisers, P.O. Box 3858, Stamford, Connecticut 06905.
Presenting...
All right, let's take you to the British Bulldogs and Matilda. Some tips on dog care. Listen closely, will you please? Here now the British Bulldogs.
Hi, we're the British Bulldogs. Davey Boy Smith.
Dynamite Kid.
And we're with our mascot, Matilda, with another dog tip. Everybody knows that Matilda's a good dog, but the British Bulldogs always keep Matilda on a leash.
That's right. Whether you got a big dog or you got a small dog, always keep them on a leash. They could be good or bad. And if they get off that leash, the dog could get in trouble and cause a lot of damage.
What do you think of that dog tip there?
I like that. You know, I know a few women that could use that.
I beg your pardon. Let's go to ringside.
This is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing to my left, at a total combined weight of 483 pounds, from the South Pacific, C.B. Offey. His partner from Dallas, Texas, Scott Casey. And their opponent, accompanied towards the ring by their manager, Mr. Fuji, from parts unknown, at a total combined weight of 578 pounds, Axe Smash Demolition!
Demolition. And they are destructive, no question of that. Something else again. Just as Rick Derringer sings on Pile Driver, the wrestling album.
You know what they look like when they come to the ring?
What?
Jason from Friday the 13th.
A lot of that, Bruno, is psychological, I would think. And their appearance.
Well, it's psychological, but they have so much to back it up with. I mean, you're talking about two men in a 300-pound, both in great condition, both so strong, both so vicious, so that, you know, that appearance, no question about it, that in itself is very intimidating. But they are two of the most impressive people I've ever seen as a team.
Earlier on, we had an occasion to chat with Demolition, and I think they're very pleased by the fact that someone wrote a tune and very pleased to be participating in the wrestling album Pile Driver.
It's only fitting that they write a song about the most destructive team in the WWF.
Yeah, and when you hear Rick Derringer cut loose, it's just like we do in a ring. Total demolition.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Casey being pummeled down to the mat.
And I'll tell you, Casey's a tough guy, but, you know, against these two, he don't look tough. And he's a good wrestler.
Excellent. I don't know that anyone would look tough with these two. Man, they are something else. That smash coming in. Ooh, he's smashing down in the midsection, too.
I do get confused on the two of them, Axe and Smash. I get them mixed
Jesse,
up now.
somehow that doesn't surprise me that you're a bit confused from time to time.
Yeah, that's true. Always remember, though, no sense makes sense. What? No sense makes sense. Always remember that. It's a good rule to live by.
I don't know about that. Siviafi back to the corner there.
Someday I'll tell you who said that.
All right, thank you. Siviafi trying to chop his way. Ooh, look at that. You often see that with demolition. You whip them into the buckle and you think you have an advantage, and they just slingshot themselves out of the corner and right into you as an opponent.
And they know how to use their weight so well. When they put that weight behind one of those moves, I'll tell you, they can really do not look at it.
You know, and they're also a very smart tag team. Notice how they keep their opponent, Siviafi, in their corner. You know, they're not just a destruction machine. They're out there thinking, too.
Well, Mr. Fuji is certainly thinking about the victories of demolition as of late, although I'm not too sure that, look at that, that Mr. Fuji has fully recovered by being rejected from Bam Bam. And by the way,
what?
The Slickster, I would think he must be a happy man.
He must be ecstatic. Slickster must be ecstatic. I want to congratulate the guy. I want to congratulate the Slickster because Bam Bam chose him out of all the tremendous fine managers here in the World Wrestling Federation, except for
Accent smash demolition. Let's go back, pick up what we saw there, that dreaded maneuver on the part of demolition.
Boy, I'll tell you what a move. Look at this as Smash comes down and catches Siviafi right in the neck. Brother, with over 300 pounds coming down, man, I'll tell you, that could inflict a lot of serious injuries.
Let's take you now to a most interesting interview.
All right, a couple of weeks from tomorrow night, get ready. We're going to be back in Long Island out in Uniondale, the Nassau County Coliseum. What a phenomenal card. Kamala squares off against Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage to be led to the ring by his manager, the lovely Elizabeth. Jake Roberts is going to be going against my guest at this time, former referee, now part of the Hart Foundation, of rather arrogant and confident Danny Davis. Welcome back to the Big Apple.
Of course I'm confident. Jake the Snake, congratulations. You finally found the courage somewhere in his heart to face dangerous Danny Davis. You put your name on the line, and we're ready for you. And I do mean we are ready for you.
What do you mean by we? I think that deserves some explanation.
You know, we just don't go into a match blind. Jimmy Hart and myself, we sit down and we analyze each and every individual that signs a contract against dangerous Danny Davis. You bring that Snake with you, you bring yourself, because we're ready for you. We have a big surprise for you, Jake the Snake, a big surprise.
You know, I like surprises. Maybe you could share with me. Give me just an inkling, some kind of an idea, what you've got in mind for Jake Roberts.
Well, recently, I have been introduced to wearing boots.
Boots?
Western boots. Different types of hides, different types of skins.
Oh, I get that. Very good. Danny Davis to meet Jake the Snake Roberts out at the Nassau County Coliseum Sunday night, September the 13th. Don't you dare miss it.
I'm telling you, this number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it. Come on.
I got a right to make one phone call, and so do you.
If you call now, you could be randomly selected to be eligible to have a live conversation with Captain Lou. Call the Lou Albano Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice, or a hearing. $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each edition.
Here on the Superstars of Wrestling, scheduled to join us will be the Magnificent Morocco in individual competition, plus, yes, indeed, the tag team combination of the Hart Foundation plus Danny Davis. The six-man match as Davis makes his television wrestling debut. And then from there, the Killer Bees and yet more tag team action will join us, plus Jake the Snake Roberts, along with, well, the Slickster. The Slickster will have with him at his side next week, Bam Bam Bigelow. Let's take you now to comments from the Slickster.
Oh yeah, I told you. That's it, that's right, I told everybody that I was gonna have Bam Bam Bigelow. Now didn't I tell you? That's right, and hey, guess what? Next week, the big brother's gonna be right by my side, just like I promised. I guarantee it, yeah.
So all of that and a whole lot more headed your way next week right here on the Superstars of Wrestling.